Everybody, how you guys doing? Happy what's today? Tuesday. Happy modification what are we gonna call it? Modification streaming Tuesday. Okay, not streaming, we're not streaming really. I'm trying to think of the name I was gonna tell you. Rebuilding. We are going to be rebuilding the DVC-50 today. Panasonic DVC broadcast camera. We're going to be rebuilding that camera today. And I'm your boy Tony Cali. I'm just kicking back right now on the patio, and I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do. So we got the DVC Pro right here next to us, okay, on the tripod. And this is actually this DVC Pro we got for $22, okay? Read my lips. $22. As you can see, it's kind of paint's chipped off on the side here a little bit. Okay, DVC Pro, got it from shopgoodwood.com. Keeping it real. And this side actually looks pretty good. The main side with all the controls actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna take off the quick release real quick. Take off the quick release, and you can see this side actually looks pretty good. All the controls and everything look pretty good. It actually came with a lens, but it did not come with the viewfinder, so I had to put a viewfinder on there. This is a Sony viewfinder on a Panasonic camera. And yeah, I don't know if that's going to work, but it actually lines up, everything lines up, and we haven't tested it yet or anything like that, but we're going to rebuild it. Basically, we're going to rebuild the cosmetics on this camera. We're going to rebuild it. This is a professional ENG camera, professional broadcast ENG camera from 2004, I believe. Okay, might have been 2003, but 2004 is what I've been able to find the information on it right now. This is DVC Pro. So this actually shot on tape, and the tape was DVC Pro at the time. It was competing with a DV Cam, which was Sony. This is Panasonic. It was competing with Sony at the time. So I got a little Sony viewfinder on here. If you look at that right quick, you can see that it says Sony, but this is a Panasonic camera. Panasonic DVC-50, and the actual model number is AG-SDX900. Okay, the SDX900. Okay, so that's what this is. So what we're going to do is we are going to do some body work on this. This is the first time, so this is a historical video. This is the first time ever done that I've seen on a broadcast camera. We're going to do some body work, and you're probably going to see more videos in the future about this. But all this little scratched up area right here where the paint's chipped off, hey, that's why I got it so cheap. I got it for $22. And my my Vericam, I got a Panasonic Vericam. The Vericam I got for $7. That was way more incredible. Vericam is a higher quality camera too. So just to let you guys know, this camera came out, like I said, it came out 2003, and this is not high definition. This is standard definition, okay? The standard definition. Let me move my tripod back here a little bit. Hopefully you guys can get a visual of everything. But this camera is not high definition. This is standard definition or low definition. You want to call it low definition. It's not. You don't really call it low definition. So this is before high definition came out. Just to let you guys know. It's not on this tripod that good. Now this tripod has a little story. It's a cheap tripod. This is an old vintage tripod, I should say. My aunt gave me this tripod from way back in the day. I don't know if it was my tripod originally, but I sold my uncle a General Electric camcorder back in the day, little plastic camcorder, and she gave me this tripod with the camcorder. So I don't know if it came with the camcorder or not back in the day. I don't know if I sold him this tripod, but this tripod's pretty weak, but it's actually pretty strong in a way. It's not plastic. So decided to put the DVC Pro on here, and I got it on here with a quick release. It's a quick release, so I can just pop it off, put it on my shoulder, be ready to go, ready to shoot, you name it. So anyway, enough of that. We're going to be doing the body work, and what we're going to do is we are going to first of all, we're going to open it up. Should be a couple screws to open it up. I've got one screwdriver, so I'm going to kind of show you guys this as we're doing it a little bit. I got one Phillips screwdriver. That should be all I need. I've got some primer. We're gonna sand it down and then we're gonna prime it. This is the primer that I got. Got this at Walmart, and it says Rust-Oleum American Essence Flat White Primer. I decided to get white because I think white's gonna bring out the green that we're gonna paint it. We're gonna paint it a fluorescent green. This is the green. We're gonna paint it a fluorescent green, and we're not gonna paint the entire camera. So we got also, I've got gloss black. The gloss black is gonna be for some of the touch-ups around the lens handle, that type of thing. We're gonna touch up that. Has some scratches on not on the lens, but on the handle where the lens is. So we're gonna touch that up. I've got masking tape. I think this is masking tape. It was only $1 or something too. It's pretty cheap. I've got this sandpaper here. Sand blocks. These are sand blocks. I'm used to getting sandpaper, but I think the blocks would be a lot easier to sand. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of sanding, but just to kind of sand it off so it's kind of smooth, so you don't see that the chipped off part. And rubbing alcohol. Why rubbing alcohol? Because you might have some sticky residue where you need to take it off. The rubbing alcohol works very well with that. And of course some Velcro. Velcro if you want to Velcro on a microphone or something like that. So I've got Velcro or either another camera. So once again, we got this camera. We don't know if it works. We haven't tested it. I may have tested it a while back. I'm not sure. But it really doesn't matter because this is a modification, rebuilding, whole 9 yards. This is SD. Once again, it's standard definition. So I'm not really in the standard definition. High definition 1080p, that's what everybody shoots, right? On your phone. It's going to be 1080p, so that's what this is all about. So we're gonna start taking it apart in a minute. But before we take it apart, I'm just going to move it back here a little bit. It's the DVC-50. This side looks a lot better. Like I said, that side we're not going to probably do anything with. I wanted to show you the other rig, and we finally rebuilt it. This is the baby right here. Okay, this is the JVC GR-C1 Back to the Future camera. JVC GR-C1. We finally rebuilt it and everything, so it looks a lot better. And we're going to do nothing with this one today. I just wanted to kind of show it to you guys. I did finally put it back together. We'll put the tripod legs. Now this is a cheap tripod that I have it on. The name of the tripod is called Zoomy. Not Zoomy. It's called Zomi. Zomi. I always say Zoom, but it's Zomi. It's a cheap tripod. I got for like 19 bucks, and it really doesn't hold this rig very well. It popped off here a couple times. So this is what it looks like on the rig. Okay. Just wanted to show that. We got a small miniature JVC camera in the front. This is actually a high definition camera, so this is actually going to be doing all the work. Hooks up to the monitor. We're not going to hook it up right now. We got the monitor up here. The monitor is actually a recorder app as well, the DigiNow recorder. So this is the JVC GR-C1. Can you guys see that? Very well. We're bringing it in a little bit. Okay. The other day, I had too much stuff on there. I had too much stuff on this thing. It was just ridiculous, and I didn't even want to do a video after I didn't even want to put the video up, but I was like, okay, I gotta show you guys this is what's going on. So this is kind of a this is a rebuild. This is actually 1984. This camera came out in 1984, so we just wanted to kind of show that. And like I said, it actually is pretty put together a lot better now. It's not that heavy. You can see it. Move it off the tripod. It's not as heavy as it was before. So now if you want to go out and film, and now you want to look a little bit more professional, now you got something from 1984. Bam. A 1984 rig. The JVC C1. I've got two of these. So this was one that was kind of missing a couple of little things. The eyepiece is not on here right now, and the microphone's not on here right now. So, you know, this just kind of shows you what it kind of could look like. Okay? JVR C1 in the Bro rig. Because now it's turned into a cinema camera. Alright. We're done with that. So we're going to set this to the side. And let's see what we got here. Okay, so y'all see me? I'm here. Boom, your boy Tony from Cali. And for the people that don't know, that are just tuning in, don't know who I am, computer animation, three-dimensional holographic digital video broadcast special effects engineer / senior audio visual telecommunications specialist / broadcaster, not broadcaster, broadcaster, not broadcaster, of my reality show born in 1963 on HD. And then bam, that's me here in Sacramento right now. A lot of people want to know where I am. I'm in Sacramento. I'm not in Vegas. I'm not gambling. I'm not doing any of that anymore. So I tell you guys, don't hate, don't wait, donate. If you like the projects, if you want to support, don't hate, don't wait. Go to my Cash App, $ Tony Mcdew. Okay. So with that said and done, we got all that out the way. I don't have a microphone on today, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me okay. How should we get started here? Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna pull this camera over here, and I kind of want to show you guys some of what's going on here, so just bear with me. I'm gonna raise this tripod up a little bit. I was gonna give you guys like a full tutorial of everything, but I don't know how this is gonna work right now. I usually don't do tutorials. I build my cameras and then that's that. And I could do a full tutorial or something, but this was a weak tripod. But we'll see what happens. This is a retro. This is an OG tripod. So I'm just trying to make sure it's balanced. It doesn't have a leveler on there or anything. And like I said, you might hear other noises because I don't have a microphone on. So I'm just outside. Kind of a windy day today, so you might hear some wind. I don't have a wind screen, a microphone, a wind muff, or a dead cat or any of that on me right now. So this is what it sounds like. This is what it looks like. Okay. So make sure I'm framed up here a little bit. This camera is probably gonna be too high. This looks too high now. I think that's gonna be too high, but we'll see. You heard it snap in. That's the quick release. This thing is flimsy like a mug. Hang on, let me see if it tightens up. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, it's flimsy. It's off balanced. Huh. Okay, anyway. Yeah, this thing is pretty off balance. Alright, so let me back up a little bit. Can you guys see me here? Hopefully you can see me. Okay. It's a little high. Camera's a little high, but that's okay. Alright, shooting on the DJI Osmo Pocket, so it's kind of hard for me to see if everything's framed up and that type of thing, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, we're in the shot. Okay, so what we're going to do, the first thing we'll do is we're going to remove, there's like 4 screws that removes this frame. I'm gonna remove the door first. I was debating whether I wanted to paint the door, and I'm gonna tell you, I did this before once. I painted my Ikegami, my 79D. I think it was 79D or 79E that I had in Vegas. I don't have that camera anymore. I wish I did have that camera. That's a classic camera, but it was from like 1979, and it was Ikegami. I actually do have 4 Ikegami cameras right now, but they're actually newer. And I did paint that Ikegami camera, and I took it to the CES show. Had a big old sticker on the side for CES. Okay, so I just removed the door. It's the first thing that I wanted to do. Panasonic door, and I could leave this the original color. And the reason I'm saying that is because we're not going to paint the entire camera. Some pieces of the camera are going to be this gray color. It's like a darker gray. It's going to be like black, dark gray, and then of course the main panel. This main panel, we want to take it off. We're going to sand this down, and that's what we're going we're gonna paint. It's got a little plastic removable area right here. Probably need to take that off as well. But we're not gonna worry about it right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the 4 screws. The Ikegami was an easy camera to paint, and the reason that I painted it, I usually don't paint my cameras, but the reason that I painted it because if it's real scratched up or banged up, I said, what the heck? You know? You can't really, you know, I'm not trying to destroy the cameras like I told you before. That's not my goal, is to destroy the cameras. Actually, I'm gonna take this camera off for a minute because it's kind of awkward trying to unscrew it here, and I don't want to lose the screw. I don't want to lose the screws. So it's too high in the air. So what we're gonna do? Just hang on for a minute. I'm gonna unscrew these 4 screws, detach the microphone. This is something that I like to do, so you know, I'll show you guys what it looks like in a second. I just don't want to lose the screws because I'm screwing it in a horizontal way, and you know, it's easy to lose the screws when you take these panels off. Okay, I got it off, got the panel off. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock the screws over here on this table, a little temporary table that I set up. Oh, these screws don't even come out. They don't come out anyway, that's good. So we got the panel off. This is what it looks like. DVC Pro panel. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna show you what the camera looks like now. Hey, this looks pretty cool. I'll roll with it like this. I like electronics. I'll roll with this mug like this. I really would. I'll make a glass display, and I would roll with this camera just like this. Hold it just like this, and just be bad. I'll be out there shooting. Say, man, what kind of camera is that? Homemade. Okay, so that was a pretty simple. That was pretty simple, right? Taking it off. So put this thing back on the tripod, and I'm going to see if this thing tightens up a little bit. This tripod is very flimsy, but it looks like it's tightening up a little bit. Hang on, I'm just spinning it around here. It's missing one of the screw that where it locks down, so I have to put a screw in that one where it locks down. Okay, it got a little tighter, but it's not. It's gonna keep spinning. So anyway, now you can see the camera. Okay, and yeah, that's where we at right now. So this is the panel, the DVC Pro panel, and what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to tape off the DVC-50, or I can take it off and glue it back on there. I can take an X-Acto blade, pop this out, and then glue it back. That's kind of something I want to do. This other piece right here, this piece of plastic, it looks like it pops out. We're not going to paint over the plastic. It's like a little rubber, this little rubber piece right here. I just popped it out. We're not going to paint over that. And then the door itself, we don't want to paint over the Panasonic, so I'm going to have to tape it off. I'm going to have to tape off the Panasonic portion because we want to be able to show Panasonic, and we want to be able to show this DVC Pro, so I'm probably going to take that off before I do any painting. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what this sandpaper does. The sand blocks, these little sand blocks I got these at Walmart. I'm just going to sand a little bit of this and see how it reacts. Trying to smoothen it out a little bit. Some body work, and I can see that it's looking pretty good. You can see that some of this right here started to smoothen out a little bit, so I did with this little sand block from Walmart. And what I'm going to do is we're going to sand it. We want to sand it down a little bit because we're going to prime it. And we're going to prime it with the white primer. And then once we once we prime it, the color will come through better, because this is dark gray. You don't want to put green over dark gray. It's not gonna work. So I think what we're gonna do today is we're gonna prime it. We'll let it sit for a little while. Maybe, I don't know how long. Maybe a couple hours or something. And then we'll shoot it with green paint later on. But before we do that, I'm gonna have to tape this up. The logo. I'm gonna have to tape up the logo. That's the only part I don't like. I'm kind of impatient on a lot of this stuff. I'm patient when it comes to electronics and stuff and hooking up electronics, but this kind of stuff, body work, painting, I'm not really into that. Some people are, they're into it and they can do a great job. I'm just not when it comes to making something work. Yeah, I like doing that kind of stuff, but when it comes to actually making it, how should I say, finalizing it and getting it to its final point, I'm not that great at that. Those are fabricators. That's a fabricator. Everybody has their own their position in life, you know. Fabricators, they can do all type of stuff. They can, if they bust this thing up, they can take Bondo and make it look better and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a fabricator. I'm a manipulator or a modifier. I like to modify things, change things, add, subtract. But I'm not a fabricator. But I can add that to my title if we want to. I can say computer animation, three-dimensional holographic fabrication, blah 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 blah. I could add that to my title. I have fabricated things before. Well, I guess this is a sort of a fabrication, but I'm not a fabricator. That's not my specialty. And I don't try to take on titles where I really haven't mastered. You know, my title, when I tell you guys computer animation, three-dimensional holographic digital video broadcast, that's more of a joke, because I've done a lot of things. Like I said, a master of how do they say it? The master of I can't even remember how that thing goes, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So I've done a lot of things. I'm not a master of everything, and I just kind of enjoy my life. That's what this is all about. Just enjoy my life today. Yeah, this is gonna look pretty good, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to this later on. I'm not gonna finish it right now. I just wanted to kind of start the video, let you guys know this is the process. This is what the sanding looks like right now. My hands are kind of ashy now. This is what it looks like. The panel, we took the panel off. We got 4 screws to take the panel off. We're gonna paint this, and then we're gonna go around the camera, and there's little parts that I'm gonna, like the handle for the lens. Can you guys see this? The handle for the lens, that it's kind of scratched up. We're gonna take that and we're gonna touch it up with the gloss black. We're gonna do that. I might have to tape off some areas in order to fix that, and we'll see what else we're gonna do. I think that's pretty much it. And then we may test this camera out later. Now this side right here, this side we're gonna leave all intact because it actually looks pretty good, except for right here. There's some scratches on here. It says set to 43. We may take that off. It looks kind of tacky. Somebody kind of engraved into the side of it, talking about the settings. We may take that off, but we're definitely going to come around here. There's some more scratches down here. A lot of scratches right here in the handle. I'll try to clean it first. The first thing we do is try to clean it real good with alcohol and everything, and then we may touch that up with some more black gloss. I thought about doing the eyepiece, but this is not the original eyepiece. This is not the viewfinder, and I might put a different viewfinder on later on, but I thought about doing that green. That would be cool to do that green. Do the side panel green. We're going to leave the handle the same color. And I think it's going to look pretty good. So this is today's project. Just wanted to let you guys know. We're going to go ahead and post this video, I think. Yeah, we're going to post this video. We'll post, so this is the before, and then we'll do an after video. So this is the before video, and I don't know if we're going to finish this video, finish this camera today, but I wanted to show you that we're starting on it today. And once again, I got this at Shop Goodwill. Shop Goodwill, $22. Okay, read my lips. $22 for a broadcast camera, an ENG, electronic news gathering camera for $22. So I like it. I like it. And the thing, like I said before, you can't beat it. So this is what I do on a nice Tuesday, is relaxing today. Happy to be alive, thankful to be alive. I don't know what the weather is out here today. It's probably about 65 degrees, 70 degrees. Really nice out here. Wind, I mean, it's just really nice. Trees is really nice. I can't even describe how nice it is. And I can sit out here probably all day and work on stuff. But we wanted to make this video, let you guys know what's going on. Today is I forgot what I call it. Broadcasting rebuild. We're doing a rebuild. This is a rebuild or a modification. We may do a modification to it. Modification is where I add another camera and all that other stuff. I don't know if we're going to add another camera. We haven't tested this camera out yet. So like I said, it may work. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. It says monitor out. It says video out. It doesn't say SDI out. So SDI will give me a higher resolution rather than monitor out. Monitor out is composite. SDI out is going to be like component or HD. So this does not produce HD. This is the cassette area right here where the cassette goes in, which was the DVC Pro. I don't have any of those tapes. I can get some of those off on eBay or something if I want to still shoot in HD. It does not have FireWire. Yep, it does not have FireWire. It's got your XLRs in the back, so you can plug in, you know, professional microphones and stuff like that. And this camera was probably at one point, it was probably pretty pricey back in the day. I don't know what this one went for, probably, but it was probably at least $10,000. At least $10,000, yeah. Keeping it real. For a standard definition camera back in 2000, like I said, I'm thinking this is 2003, 2004. So you're looking at it probably, like I said, around $10,000 back in that time. And like I said, everything's high definition right now. Your iPhone 15, if you have iPhone 15 or whatever iPhone you have, it's going to shoot higher quality than this camera, trust me. I've got an older iPhone 7 and it shoots really good video. It's going to shoot better than this. But what's good about this is you got this nice lens on here, and this lens is going to give you, you know, you're not going to be able to get what you're going to get from this lens, okay? So that's the difference in this. And even though it's not high definition, everything doesn't have to be in high definition. Remember that. Everything doesn't have to be in high definition. I can put this in 16:9, and like I said, this camera, this part, this over here, this part right here looks very, very, I mean, it's in very good condition. No knobs are busted or anything. You got a flip out panel right here for your audio controls. I mean, everything looks pretty good. I think I did power this up. I think it does work. It's in off position right now. I think it does work. We'll probably power it up later on. So this side is basically going to stay the same color. It's going to stay gray. This side is going to be a bright fluorescent green. And we're going to do the door too. I decided I'm going to do the door. I want this whole side to be completely green, except for the little pop-out panels and things like that. And that's today's project, once again. So today is broadcasting, flashback, rebuild of the DVC-50 AG, what is it? AG-SDX900, okay? From 2003 or 4. Anyway, once again, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate. If you like this project, you like any of the projects that I've showed you the JVC GRC one. Let's pop that up real quick one more time. Show you in comparison, okay? The JVC GRC one from 1984. Read my lips, 1984 to 2004. 1984 to 2004. Which one do you like? Okay? So this is 1984 right here. 1984, now upgraded to a cinema camera because of broadcasting technology, okay? A broadcasting cinema camera from 1984 to 2004. So once again, don't hate, don't wait, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate. Donate. $Tony Mcdew, because I love you. And we out.